So if you're watching this video, you're interested in forming an LLC, but you don't quite know how to yet. Figuring out where to start with an LLC can feel overwhelming and confusing, but it really isn't. I formed my first limited liability corporation back in 2017, and since then I have formed multiple others and even dissolved a few LLCs for ventures that closed down. So I'll be sharing all of that experience with you, and we're going to be taking a look at Tailor Brands, a platform designed to make the process easier. They've been a long-time partner and sponsor of the channel, and I think it's the easiest way to get your business started in 2025. I'll be walking you through how their LLC registration process works step by step. But first, I do have to quickly mention that I am not a business or corporate attorney or any type of legal professional, so make sure you consult with one. Before we get into the step-by-step tutorial, let's talk about what an LLC is and why you might actually want one. An LLC is a type of business structure that combines the flexibility of a sole proprietorship with the legal protection of a corporation. In simpler terms, an LLC separates your personal finances from your business finances. So if your business goes into debt or gets sued, your personal assets like your house, car, savings, etc. are generally protected. If you run your own side hustle or even full-time business, forming an LLC is a great way to make it more official and potentially even give you legal protection. LLCs are popular because they are relatively easy to set up, give you tax flexibility, and make your business look more professional. Think about it this way. It's the difference between writing out a check to someone's personal name and the name of a business. It's a lot more professional. So now let's explore how Tailor Brands can help you in this process. Tailor Brands brings everything together in one place. From helping you with a registered agent to business insurance and even EIN and tax-related services, Tailor Brands does it all. The goal is to make the process simple, professional, and affordable so that anyone can turn an idea into a fully functioning business without the stress, high cost, and confusion. So now let's check out how everything works, starting off from the homepage. The first thing you're going to want to do is click the top link down in the description below to follow along with me step by step, and that's going to get you a 35% discount for any LLC purchase in the process. Okay guys, so here we are over on the Tailor Brands website, and if we scroll down here to the pricing, we can see that the 35% off discount has been applied. So make sure you guys do use that link down below to get that discount. But if you also want to start off and do things at no cost, they have the light plan, which is going to be $0 plus state fees, and that's going to depend on what state you are looking to form your LLC in. Now, speaking of that, if we scroll up here, the very first step here is to choose your LLC state. So I'm going to choose Florida, and then I'm going to click on the blue Get Started button. At this point, we have to enter a name for your business, and it says if you're not 100% sure, you can always change this later on. So this isn't anything you have to set in stone. So for this demo example, I'm just going to go with SCRIB for Scrib Ventures LLC. And again, this is just going to be for a demo, but I'll take you guys as far along as possible in this process. And then we're going to click here on try this name, and it says erase the word LLC as it will automatically be added at the end. So all we need here is Scrib Ventures, and then we can try this name. And it says great choice. We can almost picture it already. Scrib Ventures in Florida, a LLC. So if everything looks good here, we're going to click on next. At this point, we have to choose what stage is Scrib Ventures currently in. There's either just an idea, taking the first steps, about to launch, or already in business. So if you're a side hustler who's going legit, you might already be in business. But for this example here, we're just going to say that the business is about to launch. So we're going to choose that and click on next. Now it says, when are you planning to launch Scrib Ventures? And I'm going to say in a few weeks and click on next. And then it asks you, what is the industry for your business? So I'm going to say this is going to be a marketing agency. So if I click here and type in marketing, we have marketing, marketing research, or marketing consulting. So we're going to click here on marketing. And then it says, what does Scrib Ventures offer? Either physical goods, professional services, or type your own. We're going to choose professional services and click on next. And then it says, are you planning to hire employees in the upcoming year? I'm going to say not sure and click on next. It now asks us if we have set an annual income goal for your business. So we are going to say more than 80,000 and be ambitious here. And then it says, where will Scrib Ventures operate from? So we're going to input the zip code 33161, and then it says, where will Scrib Ventures serve customers? This is going to be online, and then we're going to click on next. At this point, we can see a number of different services that are also offered through Tailor Brands, from logo creation to trademarks, even licenses and permits. So there's a lot that they offer here. We're just going to keep it at LLC. But if you're looking to get an EIN formed for a bank account, for example, you could also select that. Or, for example, business insurance. But we're just going to click on next for now. And now it says, what did you already do for Scrib Ventures? So we're going to say I've already done my EIN, even though this is just for a demo. We'll say I've done my domain, my logo, I've set up my business bank account, and we're going to say everything else I still need to do. And as far as this, we need to take care of all of this still. I don't have any of that. Well, we'll say I have a business email already, just in case you might have that. And we'll leave the rest open and click on next. And all of this is going to help them recommend additional services. So now it says, how did you discover Tailor Brands? I'm going to click here on YouTube and click on next. And then you have the option to join a 12-week free program for expertise in taxes, compliance, and digital marketing, access to an on-demand master course. So you can either join the program or choose no thanks, whatever works best for you. I'm going to leave it as join the program and click on next. And then it's going to finally need Scrib Ventures contact info, so you can either link this with your Google account or input the information below. So after continuing with Google, it's going to ask me for a first and last name and then a phone number. So I'm going to go ahead and input this information now. Now it's going to ask about getting your EIN to open a business bank account and do things like hire employees. So I'm going to say I'll handle it myself, but if you want them to take care of it for you, you can click this box right here, and then we're going to click on next. And do keep in mind the IRS does require an EIN for most business entities, so if you don't do this through Tailor Brands, make sure you are doing it somewhere else. So you can either use Tailor Brands or you can just click yes, you are sure. And then you can choose about your LLC compliance here. So you can either keep your LLC compliant here in the state of Florida with their package that they add automatically, or you can handle it yourself. So you can make your choice about that and click on the next button. And then you have the option here to elevate your professional image with the branding toolkit. And this is going to be an optional thing you can add here as you go through. And then if you want to have an expedited filing here for your LLC, you can choose this option. So the expedited filing time would be 2 days, or you can wait about 14 days and choose the option below. And then you have to choose whether or not you are looking to establish your LLC rules with an operating agreement. Now, in every LLC formation I've done, I have definitely included this in the process. So I'm going to say, yes, definitely get my operating agreement, and be sure to assess the cost of these things if you are choosing to add them on. And then we're going to click here on next. And then you have the option here to choose whether or not you want the LLC formation kit. And this is going to give you essentially a binder and a paper copy of things. I'm going to say I don't need a professional look, but you can make your choice there and then choose next. And then you can choose whether or not you want to get text notifications about your LLC status. I would highly recommend that. So I'm going to choose get notified and click on next once again. And finally, this brings us to the checkout page where we can review what we have added so far. So this puts us into the Essential LLC plan for $199. We're also going to get a $30 Amazon gift card as a kickback, which is an added bonus. There's a $0 fee here for invoicing and bookkeeping. And again, if you want to add things like the EIN and LLC formation kit, you can go ahead and do that. But what we're going to do for now, just for demo purposes, is click on Continue to Payment. At this point, you can pay with PayPal or pay with a credit card. And this is the checkout where you're going to input your information. So guys, like I said, I'm not going to be able to bring you all the way through the entire process since I can't fully form the LLC, but that is how you would go ahead and navigate the Tailor Brands platform with your LLC formation. So as you just saw, Tailor Brands isn't just a platform for forming your LLC. They have an entire suite of tools to help you run and grow your business. From compliance reminders to branding and website building, everything's together in one place, which can save you time, stress, and money. Tailor Brands has gotten nearly 10,000 reviews on Trustpilot with an average score of 4.4 out of 5 stars. Many people have trusted Tailor Brands to help with their LLCs and have had an overwhelmingly positive experience with their service. So if you're ready to start your business right away, click the link in the description below to sign up with Tailor Brands and form your LLC today. It's quick, simple, and gives you everything that you need to set your business up for success. Thanks so much for tuning in. You can subscribe to be notified of future uploads, and you can click below to watch the next video that's recommended. We'll see you next time.